you will take apple, stone, etc., everything falling towards to the earth. Why, guys? Can you able to say? Because earth mass is what? Extremely large. Is it yes or no? Yes,
Yes,
or no? So extremely larger than apple. So that why it is happening? Apple is falling towards to the earth. Understand, guys?
Yes, sir.
That is, you should remember it. Any doubt? Any doubt in this?
No doubt, sir.
Okay, clear? So that is.
No doubt, sir.
You can understand now. So force of attraction is present in where? Force of attraction is present in each and every object. Each and every object, understanding, will attract other object. That is, you should remember. So, if we'll take here, understanding, so the two stones lying on the ground attracts each other, but since their masses are very small, so the gravitational force of attraction between them is small, and they do not see one stone is moving towards to the other stone. Do you understand, guys, why it is happening?
Sir.
Now, one of the object is very big, very big, having very extremely large mass. Now, then you can see, understand, the gravitational force becomes very large, and its effect can be seen, understanding, easily. For example, if we'll take a stone, understanding, lying at a height, and the earth attracts each other. So from the roof, if you throw the stone, it will fall towards the earth, because the earth mass is what? Earth mass is extremely low, extremely high. So that what will happen, guys? Manya and Samaya, what will happen? Extremely high it is. Is it yes or no? So if it is extremely high, so that what will happen? The gravitational force is more and more, so that it will attract the objects towards to it. Understand, Ra? Respond me. Now you can see one of the object is very big, and the gravitational force also become what? Very large. But if the both objects are too small, still the force is acting, but they'll never show the attraction between each other. That is, you should remember. So the earth attracts each other, and since the earth has a very large mass, the gravitational force of under attraction between them is very large, very large. Due to that, the stone is dropped. Always will move towards which direction, Ra?
Downwards direction.
Downward direction.
Downward direction towards the earth. So the gravitational force or gravity is always a force of attraction between how many objects, guys? Between
Two objects.
two objects. That is what you should remember it. Understand, Ra? So the same phenomena is behind, like how the moon is not falling towards the earth, why the sun is not falling to the earth is not falling to the sun, etc. Everything, the phenomena behind, understanding, is there. Both the bodies are little bit larger. What is that? Both the bodies are
little bit
larger, and distance is also much higher. Is it yes or no? So the distance is in lakhs of kilometers from, understanding, earth to the sun, and sun to the earth to the moon. So very difficult to understanding. So the what we can say, that the force of attraction, the masses is very huge, so that the force of attraction is very strong between them. So that is the reason the earth is not falling towards the sun, because sun is not getting enough sufficient force to push to pull the earth towards to it. Do you understand, Ra? That is what you should remember, because their mass difference is almost similar. So that similar in the sense of, okay, it will be lakhs of kgs will be different. Suppose moon and earth, if will take around 1 lakh kg, will be something 1 million, like that difference. Sun and earth also you can take. That is also huge difference between them. But the distance is also what, Ra? Distance is also what, guys? Very high. Is it yes or no? Please respond me. So that is why earth is not falling towards to the sun. Same way, moon is also not falling towards to the what? Earth. Understand, guys? Because they have very strong force of attraction. Understand, which will never allow to falls either towards to it or away from it. Understand, Ra? That is what you have to understand. So this is what about all the introduction of gravitation. So you maybe understand. I hope you all understand very well. Any doubt in this? Please let me know. Okay. So if you understand this, please then write 3 points. Then next we will study what is universal law of gravitation. So before studying universal law of gravitation, we should write these 3 points. Please all of you write. According to Newton, please write. According to Newton, Laksha, understand Laksha? Jayvarsini, according to Newton, every object in this universe, according to Newton, every object in this universe attracts every other object with a certain force. So now that force is only what we should call, guys. What is the common name of the force? That is what the common name of the force is only called as what?
Gravitational force.
The common name is called as gravitational force. Understand, Ra? Everybody? That is, you
Yes,
should
sir.
not. That force of attraction is only called as gravitational force. Understand? Right. The masses of the objects, if the masses of the objects are small, if the masses of the objects are small, then the gravitational force between them is, what will happen, guys? Then the gravitational force between them is more or less, Ra? Elamukil, Pradosh. Force is Laksha.
Less.
Less. That is because mass is more, force of attraction is more. Mass is less, force of attraction is less. That is
Directly proportional, sir.
directly proportional to each other, right? Between them is very small, which cannot be detected easily.
Sir, can you repeat from
Yes.
first, sir, this
The
point?
masses of the objects, if the masses of the objects are small, then the gravitational force between them is very small, which cannot be detected easily. What, guys? Easily. Understand, Ra? Please respond me. Nobody.
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
But for example, if you take 2 stones lying on the ground, you can write 2 stones. Example, 2 stones lying on the ground, attract each other, but since their masses are very small, the gravitational force of stones, but since their masses are small, the gravitational force of attraction between them is small or big, Ra? Small or big? Between them
Smaller.
small. That is why what is happening? We people are not able to see what? Attraction. Understand, Ra? One stone is not moving towards to the other stone. That is what I said here. Is it yes, guys? One stone is not
Yes, sir.
towards the other stone because their masses is what? Their masses is negligible. Understand? Their masses are very, very small. So the force of attraction between them is not sufficient to make it understanding anything because they are not at all. So they're not at all having any kind of the force is not sufficient for a body is having less mass. That is you should remember. So if you take one of the object is very, 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 very big, extremely large mass, then what will happen, guys? The gravitational force becomes very large, and its effect can be seen very easily. Do you understand, Ra?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please write. If the masses of the body is till where you have written, Ra? Example, can you say where we have written? Moving towards to the other stone. Is it as? Since their masses are small, the gravitational force of attraction between them, is small, and hence, we do not see one stone moving towards to the other stone. Is it okay, Ra?
Sir, the gravitational forces.
The gravitational forces of attraction between them is small, and hence we do not see one stone moving towards the other. Understand, Pradosh? Telamukil?
Yes, sir.
Tamil Selvan?
Yes,
Now,
sir.
in the two small objects, one object become very, 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 very big. What will happen, Jaivarsini, Laksha, Manya and Samaya? What will happen? Then large force is
Sir,
exerting.
gravity will also be
Yeah.
large.
Large force is acting between them. So that what will happen? Small object will be attracted by which object?
Large object.
Object.
object,
Understand?
sir.
That is our large object. Please write it. Last point. One of the object is very big. One of the object is very big. Understanding? Very big in the sense of what, guys? Having large mass. What is that? Having
Having large mass.
That is you should remember. Having large mass. Then the gravitational force become.
Sir, can you repeat,
force.
sir?
What am I?
Sir, can you repeat, sir?
If one of the object is very big, Pradosh, understand? Alana,
Sir, yes, sir.
Tamil Selvan, Sai. Okay. If one of the object is very big, having very large mass, understand, Alana? Having very large mass, or having mass, the gravitational force becomes each other. The gravitational force become very large, each other cancel it. Very large, and its effect can be seen easily. And its effect can be seen easily. Can you say any attraction? The one body is moving towards the another body. Any example? Please respond me. So now one stone is replaced by earth. Now what will happen, guys? If the stone is released from a certain height, respond me. It will fall towards
The
the
stone will fall to earth.
Yeah.
Towards the earth.
That is you should remember. Understand, Ra? So please write.
Sir, becomes very large and
Large due to which we can see one object is moving towards the other object. Which object will move towards the other object? Big one or small one?
Small one to move to big
Small
one.
one.
Small one, sir.
Yeah, small one will move towards the big one. Example, a stone which is dropped from a certain height. Example, a stone which is dropped from a certain height is moves towards the water, Laksha. It will move towards the what, Alana?
Earth.
Towards the
Earth.
towards the
Ground.
ground.
Yes.
You should remember. Okay. So this is all about the today's class. So with this I will stop. This is all about the introduction of gravitation. So today's class you should learn the two things. One is gravitational force and the second one is what? Gravity. Understand? Gravity and gravitational force.
Gravitational force.
Understand? So now if you understand this, I have told you one statement. Do you remember? This force of attraction is present in where? Only between any two objects or every other object?
Every other object.
Every other object.
Every object in the universe attracts every other object. Understanding? Ra?
With a
So
certain force.
that is what we should call as universal law of gravitation. What we should call? Universal
law of gravitation.
You may have heard that word, universal law of gravitation. So, by using that word itself, we can understand what do you mean by universal? Anybody? What do you mean by universal?
The whole world.
Universal means throughout the universe. Yes or no? So, throughout the universe, wherever you can go, understand? Wherever you can go. For example, if you take me and Prados, what is the force of attraction? Suppose they will ask you. So, wherever you can go, you are able to remember this law that understand this universal law of gravitation is always constant. That is what F. Understanding. So sorry, G. The universal gravitational constant we used to represent with what? G. Capital G. Capital G. Capital G is the symbolic representation of what? Symbolic representation of gravitational force. Understand, Ra? Respond.
Yes, sir.
So the gravitational force, single capital G is called as gravitational force of attraction. But if you take normal household cat, what is the force of attraction? What is the force of attraction? Please tell me. Suppose gravity if you take. So universal law of gravitation we are taking as what? Capital G. Is it as guys? Universal law of gravitation we are taking
Yes,
as
sir.
capital G. But if you take the earth what we should call? Earth what we should call? We should call as
Gravity.
gravity. Understand?
Gravity.
So gravity we used to represent with a small g, but gravitational force we used to represent with what? Gravitational force
Capital
we
G.
used to represent with the capital G. So gravitational force means force of attraction present between any two objects in the universe.
Object.
Any two objects in the universe is called as what? Gravitational force. Understand? Ra?
Gravitational force.
Now, if you take the particular name of the gravitational force for the understanding earth alone, then what we should call, Ra? It is called as gravity. What we should call, guys? Gravity. So
Gravity.
to derive the formula of this gravitational universal law of gravitation, very very simple formula, and how to solve the numericals and all we'll discuss in the next class. So with this I will stop. I hope you all understand what is gravity and gravitational force, etc., etc. So with this I will stop. Thank you.